Yo, what's up guys? And in today's video, you're going to learn how to stop smoking weed. These are the same strategies that I've used to stop smoking weed when I was younger. And you're also going to learn 3 tips on how to quit and why it can be hard to stop smoking weed in the first place. My name is Sergio, and let's get to it, guys. Alright, welcome back, guys. And I just want to take a second to thank you for being curious and watching this video, because you have come in the direction of actually trying to figure out how to stop smoking weed. So I congratulate you on that. But I just want to take a little moment and talk about my story for a sec, on how I started smoking weed and how I stopped smoking weed. Now gradually give y'all the tips as we go along. So back when I was living with my mom, she would go out, because she would work second shift, and I would stay home with my older brother, who actually introduced me to weed. And he always used to offer me weed, and I always say no, because I actually back then didn't like the smell, right? But we had just recently moved in that time from place to place and he hit me with this line that was like a new lifestyle comes with new circumstances and new changes. And then he offered me some weed, and obviously I smoked it and I got really high. And when I first started, I'm not gonna lie, I liked it, right? Because I smoked weed for various years after that. I'm talking about blunts, bongs, joints, all of it, right? And from there, as I progressed and started smoking a lot of weed, I realized that after I got older and older, because I started when I was about 16, when I got to about 20, I started to realize that I wasn't really progressing. I started to feel like I wasn't, doing anything. I wasn't having any momentum with my life or the successes that I wanted out of life. Or I didn't even have goals back then, right? But as that came along, I started to, really question myself and why I even like smoking weed in the first place. And I eventually just got tired of it. I wanted to start doing different things, but I felt like weed was really getting in the way of, like working out, having a steady job, because I couldn't get a job because I was always smoking weed. And things like that. I couldn't progress in hobbies that I liked, like skateboarding at the time, writing, reading, because I didn't have the focus. And so in that moment, which brings me to tip number 1, which is making the decision that I wanted to quit. And I look back at it, and I think it's one of the best decisions that I made in my life. Because I saw weed as a phase in my life. It was okay for a little while, maybe as my teens and there, but as I'm getting older, I don't really feel like I should have keep doing it, because I feel like it's gonna get in the way of where I want to go in life now, and I just really don't feel like I need it anymore. Because I used to smoke cigarettes back then too, and I quit that too as well. But yeah, I made the decision to stop smoking weed. Best decision in my life. And the way I did this was, I would just think about it, right? I would think about it, and I said, you know what? I need an action step to help me on this decision. So one of those days of that coming week when I made the decision, I gathered up everything that I had that was smoking materials, like papers, bongs, blunt wraps, rolling papers of any sort, pipes, all that. I put it on a bundle, lighters, everything that had to deal with smoking. I put it in a trash bag, and then I threw it all away because I felt like that was like the first step. I could have sold it, but I didn't. I was so done with it at the time. I was having like one of those life-changing moments. It was very emotional for me. So I put it all in a bag, and I threw everything away, right? That was the first tip. That was the first thing that I did. And then as I did that, I went about, I say about 2 weeks, and then I relapsed. And I was like, what just happened here? And I kind of evaluated my situations on why I relapsed. And the reason that I relapsed, and I figured this out, was because I was hanging around the wrong type of people, which is tip number 2. You got to change your habits and change your environment. Change the people you're around. Change, you got to change everything. Because the reason I relapsed was because I was hanging around a lot of people that were offering me weed, and it was kind of like a trigger for me, right? I was getting triggered to smoke weed again when I was trying to stop. And in the first couple days that you're trying to stop, it's very easy to get triggered. So I figured that out. I said, okay, I'm not gonna do it no more. So gradually, I didn't just cold kick everybody out of my life, but I kind of let them know. I was like, hey, look. I'm trying to smoke weed. I'm not trying to smoke weed no more. So please don't offer me those things, And I did have, some people some friends at the time that they weren't cool with my decision of me quitting weed. And I realized, if they don't respect your decisions on trying to better yourself as a person, then those aren't the type of people that you really want to be around in the first place. And that's something that I had to live and learn through as I was growing up. So as I gradually made a change, I started, picking up more hobbies, because I also figured out that I must keep my mind occupied. So I started doing things like researching how to start a business. I started, really getting interested in reading from, psychology books and things like that. I took up skateboarding more than I used to, working out. I just kept my mind really busy. And as I kept doing that, I really surpassed that moment and gradually changed everybody I hang out with, literally. So with time, and also where I lived, because depending on where you live is the type of people that surround you as well. Which leads me to tip number 3. You know, I prepare for the withdrawals because there was moments where I was having like very deep tensions within my body. I was having kind of like sleepless nights for the first 2 weeks. I was uh I was literally having like body tensions. I was irritated. I was kind of, my mind was kind of like pushing it on me. And yeah, but like gradually as I kept changing, um, I have, now I just, I don't really think about it too much. I just see it as something I don't want to do with my life anymore. I just kind of want to focus on, other things that I got going on. I also find myself being more productive as a person. I've, I was able to complete a lot more things now than I ever have been in my entire life. So I'm proud of myself for that. I'm proud of the decisions I've made, and I hope this video can help you make you decide on your decision on what you want to make for your life. Uh, it's a very interesting topic, and I really think that a lot of people are suppressed to smoke weed nowadays because it's everywhere, right? You see it on TV, you see it on social media, you see it everywhere. Your friends do it, and it's and I've seen that the world has evolved very, very socially to accept weed, and that's fine. If they want to do it, then that's on them. But it's my choice to stop. I actually was starting to have I was always having loss of breath, and I was always wheezing, and I didn't like that. Which also, I've always had it in my mind that I wanted to stay fit. So, and that was stopping me from doing those things. And every time that I have had a urge back then to smoke weed, while I was going through that time period of changing my habits, I would keep reminding myself. I would put it everywhere on my mirrors with sticky notes, on my walls, on my ceilings, the reasons why I quit in the first place. Because if you could remember the reasons why you want to quit in the first place, I'm pretty sure those are good reasons. So if you keep reminding yourself of those reasons, you'll think back and be like, oh yeah, that's why I'm doing this in the first place. So that's just another tip to keep in mind. And yeah, from back then when I used to smoke all that weed, I think I lost some vitamins and minerals in my body. So what I did was I started taking, vitamins, vitamin C, vitamin B, my fish oil pills. And yeah, I was, just to stay healthy, because it's important. So yeah, guys, that's exactly how to stop smoking weed for good. That's how I quit smoking weed. I'm pretty sure there's different methods, but if you feel like you need some more advice on how to quit smoking weed, there's this program that I'm gonna put in the link. I'm gonna put in a link in the description below, and that can help you out with that if you feel like you need more help. It's a good program actually, so just check it out. I'll link it in the description below. And if you feel like you need some more action steps as well, there's another program that I will link in the description below, so you guys can check it out if you feel like you need to progress in life to take more action, you know, or say if you're having more like of an anxiety or a depression, and you need help with that, you know, to come out of that, you know, because I know back then I used to feel very discouraged back in the day because I wasn't progressing, but that was just me, you know. And yeah, I took some programs as well, so I'll put that program in the description below as well. And if you like this video and you enjoyed it, please like it, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll be posting more content for you guys in the near future. So yeah, to your success, I'm out. This has been How to Stop Smoking Weed. Peace, guys.